Welcome to the TUKMAK Show! Okay, we're gonna be doing a YouTube speedrun here. I'm your host, TUKMAK, the butt crack. Leave a like, sub, share with your friends, add me on Netflix, turn on notifications so you don't miss another banger. You get the point. This show is more of a story about a wall. Hang on. This is more of a story about why I want to go. This show's more of a story about why I want to go to space. Okay, it's about more than that, but just hang on, let me explain. Just take a second and look at this photo for me. Okay, this is a photo of the Andromeda Galaxy. You can look at this photo and say, yeah, cool, a picture of a galaxy, so what? But if you just look at it for just a few seconds longer, you start to see more than just a galaxy. There's over a trillion of stars in this galaxy, each star with its own unique solar systems, with its own unique planets, and planets that have their own unique seasons and cycles that we can probably only dream of. But what else is so special about this photo? This photo was taken by a real person. This photo was taken by Astro Backyard. I recently stumbled across their channel. Take some time, go check out some of their videos. I'll even link the video where you can actually see the process behind taking this photo. But what about this makes me so enamored? Why should anyone care about a galaxy that's millions of light years away? The answer to that question is because. That's it. There's a lot of people that will tell you how insignificant we are. Just a small rock in space floating around without cause. I'm here to tell you the exact opposite. The fact that you breathe, smile, the fact that you laugh, the fact that you can feel, cry, and hurt, that does matter. Okay, you are significant. The fact that among billions of galaxies and trillions of planets and all the countless things that make up our universe, that somehow you managed to be alive on one of the very few planets that so lovingly harbors life, that's insane. That's crazy to me. So the point I'm trying to make is this. I don't want us to have any regrets. I want us to start doing things that we've always wanted to.
A great success.
I want us to start achieving things that we've always dreamed of. Don't let the fear and pain of failure sway you, because the pain and fear of regret hurts much, much worse. So I have a lot of things I want to do. I have top 5 goals. For me is number 5, I want to write number 5, I want to write a book. Number 4, I want to make and publish a video game. Number 3 is I want to make a film or a documentary, like a professional one. Number 2 is I want to go sailing. I've always wanted, I like boats. I think sailing to Antarctica would be really cool. And number 1, of course, is I want to go to space one day. Now, I know what you're thinking. TUKMAK. Mac man. How are we gonna do all this? Them are some lofty goals. I know. Well, you come here. You come here and you listen to me. Don't you? I'll tell you exactly how. We're gonna do it one step at a time. Yeah, that's right, baby. One step at a time. Baby steps. We'll figure it out bit by bit, and it's going to work. You wanna know how I know it's gonna work? Let me tell. Because I'm already one step ahead of you, baby. Check this out. As of the recording of this video, I already have 6 chapters of a book written. So that's kind of a head start right there. And I already have dates set up for this documentary that I want to film about this little country called Bosnia. Which coincidentally is where my family and I immigrated from. That's a story in itself to tell some other time. But not a lot of people know this, but Bosnia actually has like a lot of cool things, like pyramids, like ancient ruins, and like some really old cool stuff like that. For example, this cool airport from World War II, like that when you look at it, it totally reminds me of something from The Incredibles or 007. I don't know. There's just a lot of really cool things that I want to go, I want to dig deeper, and I want to find out all that I can. I just need to save up some for some extra gear, crew, travel expenses, all that good stuff. But we'll get there. You know, I want to make it professional. But I'd say that the goal that I'm the closest to achieving actually, it would be making a video game. So for now, we're gonna mainly focus our efforts on making a game. I'm actually making this game called SeaBird. You're looking at it right now. I already have the whole story for it laid out, the entire experience and vision pretty much. I just have to make it. When you ask how, this is what I mean. I don't know a thing about making a game or environments or hell, even telling a good story. These aren't natural traits that you're born with, you know? Sure, some people have it easier than others, but art is a skill that you can hone. And with a lot of time and a lot of patience, you can make some really cool stuff. And I'm living proof of that. Let me know if this has ever happened to you. You sit down, you're feeling inspired, you want to make something really cool. You have this idea that you want to bring to life and you want to show people and you want them to go, wow, you made that? No way. So then you open up a program like Blender or Premiere and then boom, a blank canvas. You have no idea what you're doing. You're just looking at Greek for all you care. And just all of the wind is taken out of your sails. That feeling of being disheartened, that's not unique to you. It happens to all of us. And it sucks, but I can let you in on a little secret. From a distance, a challenge might look like a small speed bump. A small speed bump that should be easy to get over, right? But once you get to that speed bump, you don't want to look at it because you're scared. You're scared. You're scared that if you look at it, it's not just going to be a small speed bump. You think that if you look at it, it's going to be this huge mountain that you don't even know how to begin climbing. Well, I'm here to tell you, go straight for that speed bump. I want you to look at that speed bump head on. When you do, I want you to say this word for word. Okay, are you listening? I want you to say, this bump is my bitch. And I promise you, it's not as bad as you think. You'll be so proud of yourself once you're on the other side. Trust me. I wasn't born knowing how to use something like Unreal Engine or Unity. No one was. But I pushed past that speed bump and I decided I'm going to learn how to game dev. I told myself, you're going to sit down, you're going to do this. You're going to make that speed bump your bitch. So you know what I did? I started doing Google and I ended up making this. This is just a small snippet, a diorama, if you will, of Diagon Alley. Yeah, I like Harry Potter. So what? Go Hufflepuff or go... Anyway, I made this environment with Gringotts as the main focal point, and I messed with some blueprints to make stuff happen. If you don't know what blueprints are, they're a form of visual scripting. Instead of having to write code and doing all that nerdy stuff, you can be a dum-dum like me and just move around some noodles to make stuff do other stuff. It's really neat. For example, I made these interactive candles that the player can run up to or bump into and they'll react. This took me way longer than I care to admit, but that's not what's important. What's important is I figured it out, okay? Let me tell you, there's nothing more rewarding than spending hours of putting in maximum effort, putting in all your blood, sweat, and tears and literal moments where you're ripping your hair out, then finally, you come to an impasse where it actually works. When something you wanted to make is right there in front of you, and it freaking works. And not only that, but you also understand how and why it works, which it's the best feeling. So to answer your question, how are we going to achieve these things? Bit by bit, by putting in the time and figuring shit out. That's how. Greatness from small beginnings. Okay? You're here, but you want to get to here? Guess what? You better start walking, baby. So that Bosnian film that I want us to make, I actually have dates marked for July of 2022, around the summer solstice. Shout out Libras, I don't know. Also, which coincidentally is going to be the 30-year anniversary of the year that the Bosnian War actually started. Again, that's another story for a different time. So as of recording this, the dates for filming are about 7 months from now. So which, another coincidence, that's about how long it would take to get to Mars. With current technology. We can't teleport or anything, unfortunately, yet. So in efforts to prepare for our 1 day of going up into space, I'm going to isolate myself and train to see what it would be like to spend 7 months in space. And during those 7 months, what better time to make a video game? You know, not gonna be doing much else for 7 months. So I'm gonna put our heads down and get some work done. I think we can do it. It's quite the time crunch, but even if we don't finish, I think that's okay. You know, 7 months, not a lot of time, especially if you're trying to make it the best it possibly can. You know, we'll adjust if we need to. The important thing is that we try. We give it our best shot, really. Now, we're not going to be making some AAA game with countless hours of playtime. Just get that out of your head. But I still want us to make something cool. I still want us to make something good. I want to make something akin to a shorter, more digestible experience, like a 2 to 3 hour experience, something you can finish in an afternoon or within a day or two of playtime. I want to make something in the vein of Annapurna Interactive's What Remains of Edith Finch. Now, if you've never played this game, I would highly recommend it. Highly, very highly. If you don't like story-driven experiences, then suck it up, play it anyway. I don't know what to tell you. This is a game that story has stuck with me for a really long time now. And my hope is that I want to make something memorable, just as memorable, hopefully. I want someone to play it, and I want the story to stick with them as well. Like I mentioned before, my game is going to be called SeaBird. The best way I can describe it is if the movie The Lighthouse and the hit Cartoon Network TV show, The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack.
That guy looked pretty smart. Maybe we should turn back.
Lovingly adopted a third-person adventure game like Jak and Daxter or Ratchet and Clank. And it's gonna have an awesome classic love story, you know, very simple, with amazing characters and some twists sprinkled throughout. You know, what more can you ask for? My hope is to make this game and then also keep you guys up to date with progress by making videos like this that you're sitting on the toilet, shitting, watching right now. And seeing as we're going to be in space, I think we'd better call these devlogs clogs, captain's logs. In future videos, we're going to be going over what makes good design. We're going to be going over character design and world building and pre-production. We're going to learn as we go. And my hope is that you will be coming along with me, and hopefully we can learn together. So it would mean the absolute world to me if you liked this video, if you shared it with a friend, and that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Take care of yourself, realize that you're alive, and just remember that ideas become things.